worry.
We're in the open air.
We're in open air. We're good. We're wearing masks.
Hola amigos, bienvenidos a Ópera en tu sofá. Welcome friends to Ópera en tu sofá, a place where we share our musical heritage and opera with you. Hoy tenemos un invitado muy especial. Tenemos a Bernardo Bermudez, a local artist here in San Diego, and welcome Bernardo.
Thank you, Andrea. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure
estás?
to be here. It's really an honor, as always.
Pues dinos, mira, aquí a nuestros amigos, a nuestra audiencia, ¿quién eres? Who are you?
Well, mi nombre es Bernardo Bermudez. My name is Bernardo Bermudez, and I am, I guess, a Latinx artist, tenor now. Used to be a baritone, but singer of all kinds of music, and lover of all kinds of music as well. And pretty much I consider myself a San Diegan. I've been here for a really long time. And
What does really long time means?
oh my God, since I was the age of 12.
Oh, okay, a really long time.
So a really long time. So I grew up here in San Diego. I consider myself a San Diegan. And you know, I've lived other places. I moved away, but I've somehow San Diego has always called.
Wow.
So
Okay.
I have to come back every time.
So you were saying that you like to sing many kinds of music, like what specifically?
Oh my God, everything from, well, of course I make my living as singing as an opera singer, but I do love, I actually started singing in popular music, and actually Hispanic popular music, like boleros and música ranchera, because my mother's from Mexico. So the first music that I ever sang was actually rancheras by Jose Alfredo Jimenez, and you know, I've always sang. Music was always a part of my life. You know, I started early in Venezuela when I was living there in the Conservatory of Music of Juan Manuel Olivares, and you know, singing was always my passion. I've always wanted to do singing. It's not the career that I chose at the beginning, but somehow I made it back in, and actually.
You know, something that is very common in Hispanic singers is that you grew up singing, or you grew up with music in your house. This is like very, very common. As a common thread, I would say, for all singers. Talking about singing, what are you going to sing for us today? What are you going to share with us?
Well, I thought that I would start with this beautiful Zarzuela piece. It's from the Zarzuela called Maravilla by Moreno Torroba, and it's one of my personal favorites. It's called Amor, Vida de mi vida, and
Love of my amor, love of my life.
Mm-hmm. And I think you know, Zarzuela is like a jewel, like a hidden jewel, because I think it has some of the most beautiful melodic phrases and music, and it's often not often heard. So I'm a big believer that, you know, we have to bring, you know, music, Spanish music, you know, from all parts of Latin America and Spain, and bring it to the forefront. So.
Good. Let's enjoy the zarzuela.
Adiós, se va mi vida, llorar quisiste por un amor que hay que olvidar. Te vas riendo y yo me muero. y pensar que te amé con alma y vida y hoy te quieres burlar de mi dolor. Este amor que soñé no lo puedo callar. Fueron falsas palabras, mentiste 1000 veces tu amor, mujer. Amor, vida de mi vida, qué triste es decirse adiós. Te llevas la juventud de este querer sin redención, amor, que por el camino no puedes volver atrás. Te ríes cuando sientes deseos de llorar. Adiós, mi bien. Adiós.
Wow, it's like going back to Spain and just feeling all the ambience there. It's an amazing piece. Thank you
sure
for
is.
sharing this. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So let me ask you, what has been the role of San Diego Opera in your life?
Well, I can honestly say that I wouldn't be singing opera if it wasn't for San Diego Opera. So, because, as I was saying before, I sang, popular music. And I actually, a very good friend of mine that is actually my colleague and co-founder of our nonprofit, Victoria Robertson, she, is the one that actually introduced me to the opera here in San Diego, and she said, "Oh, you should audition for the San Diego Opera chorus." And I was like, "Opera? I don't sing opera. That's beyond my pay grade." I was singing popular music, and actually, thanks to the help of another amazing singer and mentor of mine, Daniel Henrik here in San Diego, who was an incredible tenor. He's the one that really encouraged me to audition for the opera, and I was very lucky that I did my audition as a baritone, and I sang the Toreador song and De Viene a la Finestra. And at the time, Todd Simmons, who was the chorus master, liked me so much that he actually hired me to do 4 productions that first year. So in the chorus,
that's great.
And my first opera was Wagner's Tannhäuser.
Oh God!
So you can imagine, and I had never been on stage.
You started very easy.
Very easy, right? And I had never sung really in German, other than Lieder or but never Wagner. I never thought that it would be possible, and it's the moment that I set foot on stage with the lights and the conductor and the best, the San Diego Symphony playing, and the best opera singers that the world had, singing Wagner. I cried the first rehearsal. I literally cried because it was so amazing and so moving, and that was the spark.
That's what it takes. Well, that's what it really takes.
Yeah.
A spark, and then
It's
you
a
are
spark and then-
forever goodbye.
Exactly.
Anyway, I want to ask you, as a Latin singer, as a Hispanic singer, some people say Latino, other people say Hispanic. There's a controversy about this, but I would say, as a person that speaks Spanish, how do you feel your role is now in this moment in history as a Latin?
Well, I think that we're actually finally coming to the forefront as a Latin artist. I feel that since Hispanics are now we're going to be the largest population or ethnic population in the United States, is our the language and our heritage and everything is coming to the forefront. And it's a I think I feel very fortunate, to be able to be living here in San Diego, especially in Southern California. I feel because we're the majority and of the population, and we're being very well received and with a lot of support. So, for me personally, I feel really great about it. So.
That's great. I think we are really embarking in doing a lot of things, not only for the Hispanic community, but for the rest of the community to understand why is it important for the Hispanic art or culture or people to participate.
Mm-hmm.
So, what are you going to sing now for us?
Well, I am going to also do another piece by another zarzuela.
Okay.
This is by Sorozabal, and it's a very popular one that is from a zarzuela called La Tabernera del Puerto, and it's called No Puede Ser.
No puede ser.
No puede
Okay.
ser.
Let's listen to it.
No puede ser, esa mujer es buena. No puede ser una mujer malvada, que en su mirar como una luz singular he visto que esa mujer es una desventurada. No puede ser una vulgar sirena que envenenó las horas de mi vida. No puede ser porque la vi rezar, porque la vi querer, porque la vi Los ojos que lloran no saben mentir, las malas mujeres no miran así, temblando en sus ojos dos lágrimas vi, y a mí me ilusionan que tiemblen por mí. Que tiemblen por mí. Viva luz de mi ilusión, sé piadosa con mi amor, porque no sé fingir, porque no sé callar, porque no sé
Wow, you made me remember Placido Domingo when he was singing all of this music and made it so available for all of us.
It's true, because he was the #1 ambassador, especially of Zarzuela. Having such strong roots in that particular art format.
Yeah.
His parents being in the Zarzuela company. I'm a big fan of Placido. Obviously, his
Yeah, beautiful voice.
his artistry and his
Yes.
beautiful singing. So.
Okay, so now I would like to know, and friends, Bernardo has a non-profit that produces opera for children, and I would like to ask him about his non-profit and his work in the non-profit.
Well, I've always, loved working with children. Actually, my original career was in psychology and in child development. And I actually, my first job right out of college was I actually worked for a foster family agency with children. So And even prior to that, I was, I worked for the state of California as a junior guard instructor, and even before then, when I was, younger, I worked I've always worked with kids. I love working with children, and having two kids of my own. We were always looking for programming that was educational for music and that would expose, music to children. But to be honest, like, I couldn't really find a lot of information. I couldn't find really quality programming and quality material. So having an amazing singing partner, which is Victoria Robertson, who we have been touring for years, doing our show called Duetto, which is, we actually did opera and duets from, opera duets and musical theater, and also popular music duets. And we were actually asked to do a children's show, and that was up in Port Ludlow, up in the Seattle area. And so Victoria wrote this amazing opera called The Enchanted Tale, and we took it to Port Ludlow, and it was a smashing hit. So we took it upon ourselves that we wanted to, explore the possibilities of also doing this, to bring, live performances to children. And
so what's the name of your nonprofit?
so the name of our nonprofit is called Ópera for Kids, so the number 4, Ópera para Niños, or for, pretty much our focus was to bring the highest level of performance of opera to children.
So keep us posted.
Yes, of course.
Of what you are doing, and so we can, have another interview, or we can show your work.
We would love to.
Yes,
Yeah, we actually have,
your partner.
We have been so fortunate to collaborate actually with San Diego Opera. We did a
That's
performance
amazing.
of The Enchanted Tale last year at the Greek amphitheater out in Point Loma, and we were hopefully going to be presenting The Enchanted Tale again this year, but unfortunately because of the pandemic and everything that happened,
we are living the enchanted
we
virus.
are living the enchanted virus right now. So.
But we will present something with you. Well, thank you so much. Please let us know about the progress of your projects, and tell us, what are you gonna sing now?
Well, the last piece is actually a little art song from Osman Perez Freire, who is a Chilean composer, and this is also another very popular piece. It's called Ay Ay Ay.
Ay ay ay.
Ay Ay Ay. porque en tu pecho de piedra tú no quieres darle abrigo. Ay, ay,
Pues Bernardo, mil gracias por esta entrevista,
gracias
por
a
tu
ti,
arte,
Andrea.
por tu entrega y seguimos aquí en San Diego. Y friends, thank you so much for joining us today and we will see you next time. Hasta luego.
Hasta luego.